What's up, guys? Today I'm going over three movements that I see that are the biggest gaps in guys 40 and over. And that's just a lack of glute strength, core strength, posture problems, tight hips, just a product of all the stuff that you guys know all too well. We're just sitting too much and not moving in the right ways. So let's go over them right now. So this machine right next to me was invented by a guy who blew out his back twice and got told he'd never lift again. He built this in his garage, rehabbed himself, and went on to train world record holders. His name is Louis Simmons, and this machine is called the Reverse Hyper. And I'm going to show you how to get 90% of the benefit you're seeing right now with nothing but a $15 ball. If you think about it, every other back exercise compresses your spine. That's deadlifts, squats, even good mornings. Load you from the top down. The Reverse Hyper does the opposite of that. It decompresses while it strengthens. It's the only move that tractions your spine and builds muscle at the same time. So as your legs go down, it actually pulls the vertebrae apart and pumps blood and fluid back into the discs. Same discs that dry out and degenerate as we age. You're not just training here, you're rehydrating your lower back discs. Huge game changer here. So this hits your glutes, hamstrings, and your lower spinal rectors, which in my opinion are so hard to get without adding that really bad shearing force with all the heavy load of a heavy deadlift and a squat. And that's why guys with bad backs can do this when they can't deadlift. It builds the exact muscles that protect your spine safely. Now, here's where everyone screws up with this. They yank their legs up as high as they can, and they often crank their lower back into an arch. Don't do this. You stop when your body is in a straight line here, guys. Squeeze your glutes at the top, hold it for a second or two, and then slowly bring your legs down onto the ball. Jellyfish at the bottom for about 2 or 3 seconds, just go limp there. The strength comes from the glutes, not from hyperextending your spine. If you feel like it's pinching your lower back, you're going too high. Let's try this for 2 to 3 sets of 12 reps. Remember, guys, slow and controlled, 2 to 3 times a week. This is one you can do almost daily because it's more restorative. This will make your back feel better, not beat up. There's a lot of powerlifters that call this the single best lower back exercise ever invented. Most guys over 40 have never even heard of it. All right, guys, next up, there's one number that predicts how long you live better than your blood pressure. It's not your bench press, it's your grip strength. And the farmer's walk is the most direct way to train it under real load. Just look what you're doing, guys. This single move trains your grip, your traps, your forearms, your core, your glutes, calves, and your postural muscles all at the same time. There's not another exercise that hits this many systems for this little risk. And that's because your spine has to fight against the load wanting to fold you forward. That's anti flexion core. Most guys will never get from sit ups or doing planks. Grip strength isn't just about life expectancy. If you think about it, it's a limiting factor on every other lift, guys. You'll never deadlift more, row more, or pull more than your grip allows. I'm not a fan of doing the wrist straps. I just think you need to build up to what your body can handle, and that starts with your grip strength. So train this movement, and everything else goes up too. Just a quick coaching cue, your shoulder blades stay packed down and back like you're holding a pencil in between them. The second they shrug up towards your ears, you've lost a move. Just drop the weight and reset. Your posture during load is the entire point. So let's start with 2 to 3 sets of 30 to 40 yards, 2 times a week. Use a weight where the last 10 yards is a real struggle, guys. That's it. No fancy programming. All right. So this is the third move, the last move. Before I also give you guys a bonus move at the end. And this is the Bulgarian split squat. This is the exercise that humbles every guy who walks into the gym that thinks that they have strong legs. But the key point is doing it the right way, guys. I don't know how many years I've gone to the gym and I've seen guys and gals doing this movement with poor form. You can squat over 300 pounds and still get wrecked with this movement with a light set of dumbbells. And with guys over 40, it might be the smartest leg exercise you can do. So you probably already know that this trains legs independently, which means your stronger side can't carry the weaker side, which is a classic problem with squats and all those variations. Everybody has an imbalance. This exposes it and, more importantly, fixes it. And those imbalances are exactly what lead to knee, hip, and back injuries that keep you out of the gym. You're getting quad, glute, and core work all at once, plus balance and ankle stability and also ankle mobility. This one move covers it all. And the spinal load is almost nothing compared to a traditional back squat. You're holding dumbbells at your sides instead of crushing your spine with a loaded bar. Now, I'm not trying to hate on squats or even heavy squatting, but I'm just saying this is a great alternative to throw in there as well. Same leg building stimulus, way less wear and tear on the parts of you that they're already carrying 40 plus years of mileage. All right, so the coaching cue part. This is the part where probably 90% of people cheat this, and it's the whole point of it. Watch how low I go when I'm doing the movement. Most guys do this little quarter dip and pop it right back up. That's not it. You go all the way down until you feel that deep stretch on the back leg, on the front hip. Knee tracking forward over your toes, torso tall. That bottom stretch is where the mobility and the muscle live. So that back knee should almost touch the ground. That's if you're able to do it pain free. You'll notice that I like to change the variation just slightly, and that's going to hit your either quads a lot more or your glutes quite a bit more. And if you watch, I'm going to lean forward in a few reps or I'm going to stand tall. Let's start you with 3 sets of 10 reps per leg twice a week. Master your body weight and the depth first, guys, then add dumbbells. Don't add weight until you own the full range. Don't bounce at the bottom, control it down, control it up. If you only take one thing from this entire video, you're not going low enough on these. Fix that and your legs will change in 1 month. All right, guys, bonus move. And this is the one I actually want you to do first. And that's for every single workout. I saved it for the end because if I'd put it in the front, half of you would have clicked off thinking it was too simple, but it's not. This is the most underrated thing a man over 40 can do. Here's the truth, guys. Your feet, ankles, and calves are probably the weakest they've ever been. We spend all day in cushioned shoes, sitting, barely using them. And they're the foundation that everything else stands on. This rebuilds them in 5 minutes a day. Jumping rope trains your tendons and the elastic, springy strength in your ankles and calves. It's just huge, guys. The stuff that fades fastest with age. You're literally training yourself to stay light on your feet and to get that bounce back that is crucial. Done right, it's lower impact than running because the jumps are tiny, barely an inch off the ground, and you're landing soft on the balls of your feet. You're absorbing force through springy calves, not slamming knees into pavement, and it wakes up your whole nervous system, coordination, rhythm, timing, and your heart rate in a couple of minutes. It's my opinion that jogging is just way too boring for. So jump roping primes every other lift you're about to do. That's why it belongs at the start of your session, not as an afterthought. My cue for this one is the mistake everyone makes is jumping way too high at first and landing flat-footed. It's just bang, bang, bang on your heels. But don't do that. Stay tall, barely leave the floor, land soft and quiet on the balls of your feet. Quiet feet means springy feet. So let's have you start with 3 to 5 rounds, guys, of 30 to 60 seconds before every workout. I know if you're just starting this, it might be kind of tricky to coordinate it, but if you trip up, who cares? That's the coordination training. Just keep going. In 2 weeks, you won't recognize just how much better you've gotten. Strong feet means a strong foundation. Fighters have known this for hundreds of years. It's about time us regular guys caught on. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. And again, these are 3 moves to help you move like James Bond after 40. Feel dangerous, move well, move fluidly. Take care, and I'll see you guys next week.